welcome to this session. In this session, we'll be discussing about sales promotion. Sales promotion, as many of you would know, is one of the most important components of what is called the communication mix or the promotion mix. Now, before we discuss details about the sales promotion, let us spend a little time understanding what is this promotion mix. Now, can any one of you tell me what are the components that make up the promotion mix?
So there are various categories like advertising.
Okay, advertising is one of the important components of a promotion mix. Apart from advertising, any other known method of communication?
Could be publicity. Sir.
Publicity is yet another component of the promotion mix. Can you name another component?
Sales promotion itself.
Sales promotion itself is a component of the communication mix or the promotion mix.
Yeah.
There is something called direct marketing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and
Even
personal
selling-
selling is another form of
Yeah.
promotion.
Promotion.
So all these make up what is called the communication mix or the promotion mix. Why is it called the promotion mix? It is because these are the different methods by which a company tries to promote its products and services to its target group of consumers.
Yes.
So these are different vehicles through which the company will communicate, and as a result they are also referred to as a communication mix. Now we will focus attention on one of these components, which happens to be sales promotion. Okay, so let's try and understand first of all what is sales promotion. Sales promotion is a set of marketing activities which are carried out to add value to a product or a service for a given specified duration of time, a short duration of time. Okay, and why is it done? It is done in order to stimulate consumer purchase or consumer buying as a result of this marketing activity, and it does not have a very long-term perspective. Okay, so please remember, one of the basic things about sales promotion is this, that these are marketing activities carried out on a short-term basis, and they are withdrawn after that short period of time, and during this short period of time they add some sort of a value to the product or the service, thereby stimulating more and more buyers to buy that product during that period of time. Okay, now if you look around you in the marketplace, you will find that this is one activity which has been gaining in importance. You'll find more and more companies are indulging in sales promotion. More and more products are being moved on to sales promotion. More and more brands are being promoted in different ways, and sales promotion is one of the most interesting ways in which brands are being promoted. Now, why is it increasing? Let's try and analyze this. First of all, if you look at the other elements in the marketing, in the promotion mix, for example, if you look at advertising, how different is advertising from sales promotion? Can anyone of you tell me what is the difference between advertising and sales promotion?
So advertising gives a buyer the reason to buy,
Okay,
whereas sales promotion gives an incentive.
very good, very well said. Advertising gives you the reasons to buy a product, whereas sales promotion does not do so. It gives you an incentive to buy, and there is a subtle difference between the two. Advertising has got a long-term perspective. It tries to build brand loyalty. It tries to create a product image or a brand image, okay, or a company image, which has got a very, very long-term perspective, and it does not happen very soon. It takes a lot of time to create a brand image, to build a brand personality. All these things are addressed by advertising. So advertising does not really have a short-term perspective. Whereas it's also important that the company needs to look at the short-term future. What can the company do for the short-term future? One of the things it can do is engage in sales promotion. So you do a whole lot of activities which give you a boost on your sales in the short term.
Okay. Sir, advertising is much more costlier than sales promotion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As we can all see nowadays that booking media space and time has become very, very expensive. Okay. Now, advertising is being so expensive, people are now finding it more convenient to shift some advertising budget into sales promotion. So they are diverting more and more money from the advertising budget to the sales promotion budget. More and more managers are being encouraged in the industries to go into sales promotion. Okay, that's one aspect. Because of the costliness and the non-availability of media time and space, there is so much of competition, there's so much of clutter. As much as media has proliferated, the number of people, number of sponsors who are wanting to place their ads in media have also gone up manifold. So there's always a competition for space and time as far as the media are concerned. And there's a lot of money to be spent if you really want to advertise. So people are increasingly looking at sales promotion as an alternative method of promoting the product. And that's why you see so much of proliferation of sales promotion activities.
So even if the company is carrying on with advertisement, it can together it can have sales promotion also to boost up the
Yes, of course.
long-
In fact,
short-term
that is
sales.
a point that we need to make here,
Yeah.
that it should not be looked upon as a component in isolation. These are all components which have to
Integrated
work in
together.
tandem, and be integrated together, and that is what we refer to as an integrated communication mix. Okay, in marketing.
So one of the reasons why there is more more the sales promotion is getting along because of the high competition among the competitors as well.
Absolutely.
Different companies.
So if you try and explore the reasons behind the growth in sales promotion, you'll find many reasons. One of the reasons he's pointing out is competition. What happens when your competitor is doing a sales promotion with his brand? If you do not do anything, then his brand gains more visibility at the retail outlets. Your brand looks very ordinary. His brand stands out from the rest and gains more attention. And brands, as you know, that gain more attention in the retail have got a higher probability of getting sold. So that is what is happening to many companies. They are compelled to do more of sales promotion in order to, stand up to competition, to meet competition, if not beat them at their game. Okay.
There are hundreds of brands, and people cannot remember each and every brand.
Right.
So companies has to depend on sales promotion to make people remember their brand.
That's
their
right.
respective brands.
So the whole idea is to create some sort of an excitement, some sort of a, something happening around that brand
It
all the
induces
time in the
people
marketplace.
to buy
And that is what provides an inducement for more and more buyers to try out that product, even if for the first time. So to keep that excitement alive around the brand, you also have to do sales promotion, and that's one of the reasons why it's growing. Now look at it the other way around. There are many companies who, in order to block retail shelf space, are doing more and more sales promotion.
to boost up the sagging
Because
sales.
if you look at it, retailers are always keen on having sales promotion. They want to give space to those brands which are on some kind of a sales promotion or the other,
Yes, sir.
because they feel that that is what draws more and more customers towards the brand. So they'll always be more eager to have brands on their shelves which are running on some kind of a sales promotion. And they will be less than willing to accommodate brands that do not offer any sales promotion unless the brands are very well known brands. Okay. Now that's another angle. So many companies, in order to shut out competition, are trying to book the retailer shelf space by doing some kind of a sales promotion almost around the year. That's another angle to it why sales promotion is increasing. So if you look for it, there are many reasons why sales promotions are carried out. Now, if you look at some of the aims and objectives of sales promotion, now what do you find there? What are the aims of sales promotion? Can
So
you think
I
of what are the objectives of sales promotion?
The primary objective is to boost the current sales.
That's
the,
right.
The short-term sales.
Can you break it down to some secondary uses? What are other uses apart from
I have one
giving a boost to
question,
sales?
that if my product is already well known in the market,
Yeah.
then also I can use sales promotion.
Yes, of course you can do. But then we'll come back to your question a little later, because there is a big debate on how much a brand needs to be promoted on like that, because after all there is some kind of a devaluation of the brand if the brand is constantly on sales promotion. So many reputed brands do not do much of a sales promotion because it cheapens the quality in
Rather
perception
it
of
goes
that
for
brand.
advertisement.
Rather it goes for advertising,
For
because they
long-term
feel that
gains.
they have a long-term mileage to derive from advertising rather than spending too much on sales promotion. Okay.
So we can say the timing and the duration of sales promotion is very important.
Yes, of course. You have to, as we said, sales promotion has got a short duration of time frame in mind. Therefore, you have to plan the sales promotion accordingly. Now, let's shift slightly and look at other reasons why sales promotion has been a growing business. There are plenty of
If-
people and
if
there are
there is-
innovative ways in which sales promotion is being done.
If there is accumulation of stocks in my company, then
Yeah.
I can do sales promotion.
Absolutely. A very good reason why many companies do sales promotion is because they want to liquidate excess stock that's there in their disposal. And if the stock is not a very fast moving stock, if you have an inventory of stock that is slow moving, okay. So one of the reasons for doing sales promotion could be liquidating of excessive stock or slow moving stock by a manufacturer.
Then through sales promotion we can boost up the off-season sales also.
Yes.
Suppose a geyser which is no demand in the summer season.
Right.
So we can give huge discounts and boost up the sales of
Absolutely
those geysers
correct. There are many products which you will see in the marketplace which have got seasonal fluctuations on the demand. Okay. And such products, because they have this seasonal fluctuation in demand, they try to smoothen out this fluctuation in demand by offering the product on some kind of a sales promotion in the lean season. And again, in the peak season, that particular sales promotion campaign will be withdrawn from the product. So that's one way of smoothing out demand over the entire year, by offering it on sales promotion in the off seasons. Very good reason for doing
I
it.
think there is one problem with continued sales promotion.
Yes, there is.
Like if I'm using product and my instead of 40 rupees, it's giving me at 35 rupees for a long period like 11
Yeah.
months or 12 months.
Then what happens? Then you begin to suspect the list price. Then you begin to suspect that the actual price of the product is not 40, is in fact 35 or less.
Yeah.
So if you continuously do sales promotion for a brand, then the surprise element that is supposed to be an important ingredient of sales promotion is lost. And people tend to lose credibility in the offer that you are making them, because round the year if you are putting the product on sales promotion, people will discount the importance of the promotion itself and suspect the actual value of the product. Yes.
And one of the advantages can be that all of the newcomers who do not have any loyalty toward any particular brand, they can be made or induced to trial.
Yes, of course. That's in
And
fact
also the brand switchers who in fact
Absolutely.
switch from one brand to another because
Absolutely.
better deals are offered to
true.
them.
It works both ways, you see.
Yes.
First of all, it tries to attract the switchers. People who are using a different brand, maybe many of them will try out a different brand because it is on sales promotion. If you know, there are lots of people in the marketplace who are deal seekers. Okay. Now, such people, in fact, more and more people are segmenting the market like that. They're looking for deal seeking people.
Yes, sir.
And these people fall, I would say, a victim to sales promotion many a time. And they switch from their original brand to a brand that is on promotion. At the same time, please remember that it's not only targeted at the brand switchers. It is also meant to induce repeat purchase on the part of people who have tried once, and if they have found the product to be good, there's a reason to come back to the product because there is something being added to the product apart from the product itself.
There can
Okay.
be another reason that if my company is launching a new product,
Yes.
then with the existing product, I can give free a little amount of the new product.
As a matter of fact, many companies who do not have a big advertising budget, but they want to launch a new product in the marketplace, what will happen? They will not get easy cooperation from the retailer. Retailer will want to give space to those people whose names are well known, whose brands are always in demand, and they will not be willing to give space to people who are unknown, whose brands are not popular with the marketplace. So what does such a marketer or such a manufacturer do? He has to engage in a cooperative, arrangement with the dealer or the retailer, thereby, asking him to give him space in exchange for some kind of a promotion. Because the retailer still believes that even if a new product is being offered, there's something more being added with the product, then it might draw in new customers for that new product. That's the way many companies think of introducing new products to the marketplace, by engaging in, dealer promotion. That's one type of a promotion. And
Like, I
please
found
remember, they
that
cannot
Garnier-
afford the costliness of advertising, which is required. But at the same time, they have good products to offer to the marketplace, and that's the reason many of them go to sales promotion as an alternative.
So one more thing,
Yeah.
it also promotes the sale of complementary goods.
Yes, it does. It does help you sell complementary goods.
Like car and the
Car
petrol,
and
both
petrol.
goes together.
Absolutely. So if you think about it, there are many avenues where you can use sales promotion very innovatively and sell products. Okay. It can also, but then apart from the fact that it induces trial, what is your opinion regarding the kind of loyalty it generates? Do you think sales promotion can generate customer loyalty?
Yes, sir, it can because the customer thinks, suppose I am purchasing a particular product for a long time, so
Yeah.
I can expect some offers or some kind of discounts or some kind of things from the company itself.
Okay.
Maybe
I
warranties
have some
or-
expectation from the company
the
that
expectation
I'm
goes up now.
I'm being loyal to the company.
Now she
and-
is saying the expectation of the consumer goes up.
Goes
The
up.
more and more you engage in sales promotion, what are you doing? You're essentially conditioning the mind of the consumers in the marketplace that if I have to buy a product, I must be offered something additional, something extra along with the product,
Other
which
than
is the
the
sales
goods.
promotion. So
which is the
you are basically conditioning the buying behavior of the consumers in the marketplace by keeping your brands on sales promotion all the year round. Okay. So this is what is happening in the marketplace at the same time, that many people are getting used to the fact that if I have to buy a product, it must be on a sales promotion. Okay. So there are many angles to sales promotion. There are many plus points about sales promotion. At the same time, please remember that sales promotion needs to be used with a lot of caution. At this point of time, we take a short break. And after the break, we'll discuss several issues connected with sales promotion. We'll talk about advantages, disadvantages, and what are the other objectives fulfilled by sales promotion. And that's what we will do after the break. Okay? Welcome back. Before this break, we have been talking about sales promotion. We have been trying to explore the different aims and objectives of sales promotion, its role in the entire activities of marketing, its gaining the growing importance of sales promotion in the overall marketing context, and we continue with our discussion on its importance and its objectives. Now, it is commonly understood that sales promotion has the most important objective as inducing new customers to try out products. And many people would think that it has little to do with creating some sort of a loyalty with the customers. But then this line of thought is gradually changing because people's buying habits, people's shopping habits are also undergoing a sea change. You will find that most people in the marketplace are now seeking more novelty, more variety. Now, sales promotion helps them by offering this novelty and variety. Okay, and there are so many brands which are innovatively being sales promoted that the consumer does find a lot of variety and novelty in his shopping habits. So it does have an impact on building up loyalty as well because the market is so fragmented. There are so many different types of customers seeking so many different types of novelties that sales promotion has been a big success in the marketplace. It's no longer one of the also ran options of the communication mix. It's also a very important component in the marketing mix now. And if you continue looking further, you'll find that there are several new products which are using sales promotion heavily. For instance, many people are extending the product line or the brand concept. They're stretching the brand concept, introducing new features, new attributes all the time to their product, new variants being added to their brand, new packaging being introduced, new point of purchase displays being done. All this is what they are basically trying to keep that excitement alive around that brand. They don't want that brand to become stale and commonplace in the retailer's outlet.
So brand extensions are also used.
Yes, brand extensions are also being done with the help of sales promotion. Okay, fine. If you look at the distributor's point of view, the distributor, when he is looking at brands which are on sales promotion, what is he essentially doing? He is reducing his own risk of doing business with that brand. A brand that has got no sales promotion attached to it, the distributor is uncertain about the prospect of that brand being sold. But then he is better assured of its sellability when he feels that the brand is on a sales promotion. So that is basically doing a risk reduction from the point of view of the retailer or the distributor. That's another angle to it. Okay.
So one factor can be that the manufacturer who
Yeah.
is actually setting the price of the
Yes.
product, he knows how to set up the list price or the cost price of the product in that
Of course.
case.
Okay, absolutely so. Now, if you look at the company's point of view, the company is also getting more positive cash flows because of sales promotion. Advertising is going to give you results, but then you have to wait for a long period of time to derive the mileage from advertising. For advertising to translate into sales, it can take even years. Okay, but then not so for sales promotion. If you are promoting a brand using sales promotion, then you will get to see the results of that activity rather soon. And you may not have to wait as long as you would in the case of advertising. So that is another reason why I think sales promotion is on the rise, because managers have also become more impatient for results. Managers are increasingly being put under pressure to deliver results. And they find that sales promotion is helping them deliver results in the short term. Okay, so they also are more comfortable using sales promotion, and they are being questioned if they are not using the sales promotion budget. So it leads to more managerial accountability. That's another thing. Okay, increasingly people have felt that it is difficult to measure the impact of advertising, but then it's not so difficult to measure the impact of sales promotion because it is short term in nature. And managers have to produce results in the short term as well. That is why more and more managers are moving towards sales promotion, which is why the activity is also on the rise. Okay.
So another can be that there is an increasing need to satisfy the needs of the people. I mean, reward their behavior.
Absolutely.
And in that case, the frequent flyer programs of the different airlines.
Good
like
example
the
to take
Air
that.
Deccan,
In
they
fact,
are
some time
introducing
back
that.
we were discussing whether sales promotion aids loyalty. Yes, this is one example where we can see that sales promotion is being used to encourage loyalty. The frequent flyer program, for instance, people who fly very frequently
Yes.
earn bonus points.
Yes.
Okay, and
They can
these
collect
are
the
nothing but a
coupons.
sales promotion, and they get some benefit out of those, accumulated points. That is nothing but an effort at trying to hold back the loyal customers and not encouraging them to move out to other airlines.
So even
also
even
like-
we can give the examples of credit
Credit
cards.
cards,
The more
Absolutely.
you sweep and more you earn points
That's
and
right.
all these
Points.
things.
The more you use your credit cards, you earn points on
Yeah.
those, and those points are nothing but sales promotion points,
Yeah.
which you can redeem at a later purchase, and that is again to encourage you to use more of that product. It's on the one hand encouraging increased usage of the product, and at the same time it is discouraging you from leaving that product. So it is really doing both
Retaining
in
the
one.
Retaining
It's trying to
the
retain the
customers.
loyal customers. It is encouraging customers to use it more. So it's really two in one if you would look at it.
So also, it gives the consumers, rather, makes the consumers aware of the prices.
Absolutely.
What
A
is the
sales
right
promotion
price?
campaign, generates a lot of awareness about especially the pricing component of the product. People are becoming more price sensitive, and sales promotion is helping them in that direction. Okay, people no longer, are uncertain about the product's prices. They know about the different prices because several brands are on sales promotion, and price promotion is used in a big way.
So
Yeah,
also, in one way, if customers are sensitive, price sensitive, it gives the company a bit of a problem, because more the price sensitive the customers are, they will
Yes.
be
True.
forced to bring
True,
down the prices.
true. On the one hand, you are educating the marketplace about the prices and several schemes that are available. On the other hand, you are incurring this risk of, educating the customer so much that he becomes more and more price sensitive, and he becomes more conditioned to buying products which are on promotion, which in the long term, I think you are doing some kind of a damage also to the marketplace, because you are conditioning the mind of the consumer. Yes, there are several implications which are not very positive about sales promotion.
Sir, in this case, I want to say that even the government of Andhra Pradesh, they are also providing tickets in less amount to the passengers who are traveling regularly.
Yes.
And to the passengers who are not traveling regularly, the ticket they have to buy with more amount.
Okay. So you are basically discriminating between people who are, traveling more and traveling more
Yeah.
frequently, and you have a different treatment for people who are not traveling as much.
traveling, yeah.
So basically, you are discriminating, and that's the reason we are saying that it's one way of segmentation of the marketplace. Also, you are segmenting the marketplace now increasingly with sales promotion. It is not only the traditional concepts of segmentation that we understand from the books, but then sales promotion also segments the marketplace in a variety of ways, like you just mentioned about.
So you are talking about educating the customers about the
Yeah.
price sensitiveness
Yeah.
and all those things. So I think the big players, the big companies, they are very much confident about their pricing policy.
Absolutely.
That's why they want to educate their educate the consumer, so that the other players, the small players who try to
Yes.
exploit the market, they cannot do that.
That's right. So you
Yeah.
provide some kind of an entry barrier. You
Entry
set up
barrier,
some kind
yeah.
of an entry barrier so that smaller players
Yeah.
cannot enter your marketplace so very easily,
So
because
just like the
Fine.
bigger retail shops
Yes.
that are
They
there,
provide huge discounts
they
or
give
free.
huge discounts or free trials or other sort.
yeah.
They are very much confident about their own prices.
Yes, sir.
Right. I think one point we did miss out, but then, or did we? We must talk about the growth of different types of retail formats that has really given an
Yeah.
additional boost to sales promotion as an activity. If you go back a decade, you will possibly find that there were not so many retail formats and not so many ways of vending products. The point is today, with a revolution in the retail business, you'll find that sales promotion has also undergone a metamorphosis, and you find all kinds of sales promotion. Some are very, very innovative, and some are absolutely downright commonplace. But then you have all of them in the marketplace.
The
So
demonstration is very important. That's why we have.
that's
all the-
another point. Yeah, you can do a demonstration of the product, demonstrating how to use a product, or maybe demonstrating a different usage of a product could also go for a sales promotion. So there are a variety of things, variety of marketing objectives that can be met with the help of sales promotion, and you can no longer ignore the importance of this function. I would even say that if you go back a decade, you will find that the division of the budget used to be something like 60% in favor of advertising and the remaining 40% in favor of sales promotion. Nowadays, you'll find the ratio is actually being reversed, and more people are spending more on sales promotion, and whatever is left after that, they are pushing into advertising. In fact, the ratios have been quite satisfactorily reversed in favor of sales promotion. What is happening, you see, the distributors are becoming increasingly powerful. With the growth of organized retail, the bargaining power of the retailers has become a reckoning force.
So the channel intermediaries have a say in that.
They have a big say in how the manufacturers will like to do business. And more than anybody else, they are dictating terms to the manufacturers, and they are driving sales promotion in a way. they are dictating to the manufacturers that if you do not do sales promotion, then I would possibly not be able to allocate so much of space on my retail shelves to your brand, and that shelf will come at the cost of somebody else shelf space, or it will be lost to somebody else. So the manufacturer also has to worry all the time how to keep occupying shelf space at the retail outlet. Okay, and the other thing which is aiding it more and more, I would say, is impulse buying. If you go to any retail outlet, you'll find that there are so many people who are buying so many brands on an impulse. And they are not doing it based on advertising. They are doing it basically based on point of purchase displays, what is happening at that particular point when he's about to make a decision to buy something or not. Okay, maybe a wonderful packaging attracts him, or maybe, a sharp drop in price, makes him change his mind. So there's a lot of impulse buying going around all the time nowadays, and not all buying is a planned buying phenomenon. And if you take that to be one reason, I think you will not be incorrect. That's another reason why sales promotion is being used increasingly by many of the managers in the marketing setups.
Actually, sir, the purchasing power of the consumers are getting increased.
True.
So the companies
Yes.
are trying to get, suppose I have one car, I don't need a second car, but
Right.
suppose a company is giving so attractive offers, I cannot
Offer,
resist
yeah.
my temptation and buy a second car.
That's true.
So that's the thing.
So in a way, they are trying to break down customer resistance to buying more or buying different products.
Yeah.
So they are really doing that. They're trying to break down customer inertia. They're trying to break down customer resistance to new ideas and new concepts and new products. That's exactly what they are doing, and I think they are achieving a very successful objective for the marketing function as such. Okay, so this is what sales promotion is. We have tried to place sales promotion in the context of the marketing activity in the company, in the context of the communication mix, and we have tried to compare it to some extent with advertising and the other functions of the of marketing, like direct selling, like we have not taken up publicity, which we plan to do on some other occasion. But then we do realize, I think you'll agree with me perhaps, that sales promotion is a very, very important activity from the point of view of companies and also from the point of view of the market. Okay, that's the reason it has been doing so well. Thank you.